Well, I think we have been very involved in the effort to get national labeling uniformity, and the reason is because as a full value chain, from producers, seed providers to producers to all the way through to grocery manufacturers, they know this technology is very important, and see the scientific, well, let's just say the economic, the environmental, all of the various benefits that you have from this technology, and they want to save it. And they see the labeling effort as in mandatory on-pack labeling as a way to stigmatize the technology. Sure, I think the rest of the world is probably looking into that. The fact of the matter is a lot of other countries have labeling regimes, but they have a lot of exclusions as well. So the quest that we have here is to make sure that we have a labeling system that is uniform and it doesn't stigmatize. And consumers have access to the information that they have, but we also don't put an unnecessary warning label on products. I think if you want this technology, you got to tell people why you want this technology. Yeah, demand is a big part of it, and I think overwhelmingly, farmers choose this technology. But there's a lot of questions out there, a lot of skepticism. You're starting to see changes in the marketplace. The fact of the matter is, while demand is part of it, those that use the technology really got to get out there and speak up and tell people why they use the technology. It's not just to benefit your profits. There's a lot of environmental benefits, and being able to tell people how you on your own farm have been able to stop spraying for certain pests and such. I think that, and why that's important to you. It's not just important because you have to spend less money on pesticide, but it's important because the overall health of your farm workers, family, etc. So yes, you got to get active. A couple years ago, we did an analysis, a survey of how long it takes to get products to market. And on average, it takes about 13 years from very beginning stages of the process to all the way to get a product actually in the market. So that's 13 years. Back in about 6 years ago, that was the average. My suspicion is it takes longer now. And it costs $136 million on average. So when I look at Europe and China, I see two different, I see similar problems, but two different reasons and motives for those problems. One is, I think China is, over time, going to be putting in place a regulatory system that enables this technology. I just think that they're not ready yet, and they haven't flipped that switch. I think there will be a day when they flip a switch, and they're going to be bringing their own products to market, and they're going to be more open to the use of the technology globally. In Europe's case, it's purely from a protectionist perspective. They don't want U.S. products to be imported to Europe. It's another form of supporting their own domestic production. And there's certain cases where they simply have to import. So they have a deficit of soy meal, animal feed products, and so they rely heavily on imports from the U.S., Argentina, and Brazil. So I think they might over time end up in a situation where they have no choice, like they have in animal feed, but they just simply have no interest in deploying the technology because they have other ways to protect themselves.